Now we get to Revelation chapter 10. But we're going to take just a minute and look back over what we just covered in Revelation chapter 9. In chapter 9, we saw it end with the fact that the rest of mankind that were not killed by these plagues, they did not repent of their evil deeds. They did not turn from what they were doing and ask God to forgive them. And so we still continue on. We have heard from all 6 of the trumpets. We have the 7th one left to go. And then that one will open up 7 bowls of God's wrath that will complete all of the punishment of mankind. As we looked at yesterday, actually, we looked at it from yesterday, and we saw the people that are set up like soldiers. They look like they are what we would consider, if we had to pick it today, would be helicopter pilots of gunships and so forth. They're bringing all of this havoc upon mankind, and they are wiping out 1/3 of so many different things, as well as 1/3 of all the people. So we are seriously chopping the population down at this point. But now we get to Revelation chapter 10, and this is an odd one. This is the angel and the little scroll. And it's kind of a mystery, and we're really not sure what this really means. But let's go ahead and read through it and see what God speaks to your heart about as we go through this. The angel and the little scroll. Then, so this is occurring after what we just saw. Then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. He was robed in a cloud with a rainbow above his head. His face was like the sun, and his legs were like fiery pillars. He was holding a little scroll, which lay open in his hand. He planted his right foot on the sea, and his left foot on the land. And he gave a loud shout, like the roar of a lion. When he shouted, the voices of the 7 thunders spoke. And when the 7 thunders spoke, I was about to write, because remember his instruction, write down everything that you see. But this is different. I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven say, seal up what the 7 thunders have said, and do not write it down. Then an angel I had seen standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven, and he swore by him who lives forever and ever, and who created the heavens and all that is in them, the earth and all that is in it, and the sea and all that is in it, and said, there will be no more delay. But in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be accomplished, just as he announced to his servants, the prophets. Then the voice that I heard from heaven spoke to me once more, go, take the scroll that lies open in the hand of the angel who is standing on the sea and on the land. So I went to the angel and asked him to give me the little scroll, and he said to me, take it and eat it. It will turn your stomach sour, but in your mouth it will be as sweet as honey. I took the little scroll from the angel's hand and ate it, and it tasted sweet as honey in my mouth. But when I had eaten it, my stomach turned sour. Then I was told, you must prophesy again about many peoples and nations, languages, and kings. And that ends chapter 10, which is kind of a strange chapter when you look at this little scroll and what John was told to do and how it tasted sweet in his mouth and turned sour in his honey. And we can come up with some things that it might symbolize, but there isn't anything in the Bible that tells us what this means. Because, if you remember, the 7 thunders, their voice and the things that they said, we were told, or John's told not to write it down. So we don't know what he was told. We don't know if that's a missing piece of the puzzle. This is very similar to something in Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, he is still inquiring of the angel about what's going on. And the angel tells him, don't worry about this, Daniel. It is sealed up until the end of time. It is sealed up. This means that no one will know what it is. But God will allow this information to come out and be known when the time is right. The time's not right. So that's why we don't know. But chapter 10 is a very short chapter, but it covers a little bit about this, and it'll set up the stage for some of the things to come. But let's just see in the next lesson what we come up with. So, hope you've enjoyed this little short chapter lesson on chapter 10, and get ready for chapter 11. This is about the two witnesses. Be thinking, who do you think they are?